My first needs to stop cracking immediately. Have I achieved any of this? The answer is no. I know in your 20s it's in and out. Like today I'll be in touch. In January something will happen and I'll be out of touch. I hope the flowers bloom. Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kezia Okazaya. It's a new video. I miss saying that. Anyway, welcome to my channel. You haven't read from the title, it's going to be a get ready with me. Just wanted to chat a little bit, that's it. I haven't done a sit down video in a long time, so I hope this goes smoothly. But I just want to do my makeup and come back from meetings. Just want to do my makeup while we chat, because I just didn't want to sit in front of the camera and do nothing while I talk. That's for like story times, but it's not a story times, just us talking about life and whatnot. I'm wiping my face down just to remove like sweat and whatnot. I don't want to wash it because this makeup, I'm not going anywhere. Once I put it on, I'm taking it off. But I also wash my face in the morning, and washing my face 3 times, including the time I'll go to sleep, doesn't sound like a plan. So that's too much. So I'm just wiping it down a bit, and then we'll get it talking. I have some fries going on the stove. If you hear anything, it's just my food cooking. I'm really hungry. So yeah, that's that on that. Yeah, I'm not putting any primer, any foundation, I'm not putting any primer, any prep, any shining, nothing, because once I put that makeup on, I'm taking it off. I'm not filming another video, I'm not doing anything. I'm simply just filming to talk to you guys while I do something. So yeah, I hope you guys can hear me. I hope I'm audible enough, and yeah, sit tight. I have a bottle of water. If you want, you can have a glass of wine, or if you're bougie like that, or you can just watch me in bed. No pressure. But yeah, let's get into the video. I have filmed this entire video up to this stage. Come to check my phone and realized I'm not filming, so I'm just going to go over everything I talked about, because I'm already sad. I'm not doing this makeup for nothing. I'm already sad and doing it. I might as well just talk over everything I've talked about and keep it pushing. You're not going to drill me today, certainly not today. So anyway, I don't even know where I ended. At the beginning, I've been on a social media hiatus. On here, it's been longer, but on TikTok and Instagram for like going on 4 months now. I'm using the Avon press powder in the shade Mocha Mami. Is it Mocha Mami? Yeah, it's Mocha Mami. If you guys want an Avon plug, talk to your girl so that I link you to my sister. Yeah, so I've been on a social media hiatus for 3 months. It wasn't even planned. You know, usually people plan to not be online for a while, but for me it wasn't planned. For me, it was just a series of circumstances. So 2024 has been quite a difficult year for me. I hadn't locked into a year. For me, I have like two periods of a year where I lock into a year 2 times. I lock into a year when it just begins. If I don't look into a year, then I'll look into a year in July. That's why I call July my dear 7, because yeah, it's my dear 7. 24, just the beginning of the entire year, it was just off for me. Like, I wasn't moving at the pace I do, and by moving I mean mentally moving at the pace that I usually do for a year. So I was like, But then when I did decide to lock in, it wasn't even planned that I'm going to lock in. The only time in 2024 that I felt like myself, like I'm good, I'm free, I'm great, I can lock in, is when I was with my friends. For me, everything is better when I love being with my friends. They are few, but they are mighty. Okay, I made my friends. One of them was missing, but still was still quite pretty cool. It was when we went for that picnic. I posted a vlog about that picnic, and I posted that vlog simply to keep the memory because I loved that day so much. It was the one time where something made it out of the group chat and all of us traveled to be in one place and to be together. All of us, meaning me and Karen. Everyone else is in Osaka, but like they committed to the plan, so that's what counts. So yeah, for me, that was when I came back from that trip. I was so happy, like I was so content. I was just like, okay, life is worth living. Let me do this life thing. Let me actually lock in. I hadn't been journaling. I hadn't been doing any of that stuff because I was just like, I'm not feeling this year. Like something great needs to happen for me to actually start feeling this year. Unfortunately, that something great didn't happen. If anything, things got worse for me. July, after I said, okay, let me look in, I started journaling again. And then I lost 3 things in the past like 4 months, but they happened within the same period. The most important thing that I lost was my grandfather. My grandfather died in August, I think August 18th. And I remember Karen called. He was sick, but yeah, he was in the hospital. And I remember when my phone rang that day at 03, I just knew because I fell to sleep that day. I'm not attributing it to anything or like I had an epiphany or shining, no. I just fell to sleep that day. I think I slept too much. I slept at midnight. And when my phone rang, without even checking it, I knew what news I was going to get. And she told me that, and it was a Sunday. She told me that. I was like, if I stay home, I'm going to grieve more than is necessary. I filmed this video the other day and this exact thing started happening. That's why it was a Sunday. I'm like, I'm going for meetings. Fortunately for me, I usually go for sign language meetings. But that day I was, because of whatever that was happening, I was like, okay, I'm going to go in the afternoon because if I stay home, I'm not going to be good. So I went for sign language meetings, or I went for English meetings, and they started in the afternoon. Thankfully, I even learned that the sign language group was away. They had a circuit assemblies that they were going for. So it was just the English meetings, thankfully, because if I had gone at 10 and then I had to sit in town for hours and hours, I feel like people would have started asking me in tears or hungry line why I was crying or something. So it happened for the best. I went for those meetings. They were lovely. I paid attention because I was like, if I start thinking about this thing today and now in here, people are still going to ask me why I'm crying. Has the word reached my heart that much? Because we usually don't do such things. So yeah, that happened. When I was leaving the Kingdom Hall that day, an acquaintance of mine was like, I haven't seen you in a while. Today you didn't attend with the group. I was like, no, I was running late. I'm coming from far. So I just decided to attend the English ones, the English meetings. And then she was like, oh, actually, we have gone for a circuit. She's the one that told me they had gone for a circuit. I was like, oh, okay, then I did good coming for the English meeting. And I was like, I haven't seen you know what's been happening. Then I told her. And you know when you tell someone like your grievances, and for me it was like plenty of them. It was more than one. I could even say on her face like she didn't know what to do with me. But she was like, okay, just tell your boss that you have the problem and that you can go. I'm sure she will let you know. Thankfully, I was scared because I was like, it's too abrupt. It's too soon. And that was the Monday I was supposed to go back to work. I was like, it's too soon. But then she's pretty cool. She was like, just go, come back when you're done. Don't worry about what's happening here. We'll have it covered. And that was that. So I went home on Monday morning with like 2 of my aunties. And yeah, that was the first time in my life that I lost someone. And I was old enough, someone closely related to me. And I was old enough to process that I had lost someone in death. Like, that was the first time I was processing the permanency of death. The very first time. The other times that I have lost someone related to me, it hasn't been like I was either young or when it's a distant relative, but not someone close that I interact with. So it was. I also didn't check into that grief until the last day when we were burying him. Even my sisters were saying, okay, now it's real. Now I feel like we've actually lost him. And for me, I have this video in my phone. I took him to the hospital once when I traveled to the upper belt. My person stopped cracking immediately. Yeah, so when I traveled to the upper belt, I took him to the hospital. And no, when I traveled to the upper belt for a second in May, this May or March, somewhere there. I took him, I went to see him and I was like, bye, Bashkulu. It's like, Deoxina, bye. That was the last video picture I took of him. And that was the last time I had seen him in good health. Not good health, but like decent health where I can function and be cool and be fun, the funny person that he was. That was the last time. It didn't check in with me until the last day. The other thing that made that entire situation bad for me was like I was recovering from all these things happen. Like I felt that like Job. I felt like Job in that period because I was like, how many more things? How many more things are going to happen? And then when my grandfather was like, okay, that's how many more. Enough. So it was a pretty wild time for me. I'm not even gonna lie. I keep filming this video and it keeps cutting because I think I'm running out of space because I'm batch creating content. So yeah, I'm even done getting ready because I thought I was filming, but turns out I wasn't. This is the finished look. I opted for gloss instead of lipstick because I want to film an unboxing of this, and it also looks darker than what I thought it was. I think it looks darker, does it? Maybe it doesn't, but it looks darker in person. So yeah, so the toughest part for me during the funeral was grieving my grandfather, seeing my grandmother mourning, because my grandmother is a very sweet girl. She is a very sweet girl. So seeing her mourning, seeing my mother grieving, seeing my aunties grieving, and not knowing what to do. Because even me myself, I'm going through things, and through that time, I can't even lie, I was kind of avoiding personal questions because there was only so much each of them knew about what was going on in my life. My mom knew, some of my aunties knew, even my mom. There were some things I was omitting because I was like, she's going through this thing, and then she's lost her father, and then her child should also come and burden her. So I just didn't know what to do. Like, I've never felt so lost in my life than I did 4 months ago. Like, it's not even a joke. I felt so lost. When I came back from the funeral, I was like a robot. I was an emotionless robot. Like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. No personality. If you saw me, I didn't look like this. Done up, I had black hair. If that isn't a sign. When I went to a convention, I didn't wear heels. If that isn't a sign that Kesa is not herself, I don't know what is. And I'm being so for real. If that isn't a sign that I'm not good, I don't know what is. I had black hair. I wasn't getting dolled up. Was not even wing liner, not even inner corner highlight. Speaking of inner corner highlight, I haven't done this one. Not even inner corner highlight. No wing liner, no lashes, no lip gloss. Like, I was moving mad. I'm not even going to cap. I wasn't even moving mad. I was grieving. I wasn't looking like myself. I had to move places, so where I moved, that's why I'm Wamba stays. So at least there was that. There was at least like a life. I know I'm like, when I come back home from work, I'm not swallowed up by my room. I'm not. And because it's one thing said, and it's real ila because what are you doing? Like, you're just swallowed up in your room, swallowed up by four walls. If there was a time, I feel like that was my canon event. Like, that was like my my real welcome to your 20s moment. I felt like I had it, but I didn't until that time. Like, it's not even a joke how bad. Right now where I am, I was looking at my vision board in the morning. My life suffered. Like everything literally went down. Personally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Everything was just down, plummeting. Not the worst one, obviously, would be the fact that my spiritual life has gone down. Because if you know me some time back, you'll just be like, definitely gone down. I'm trying to revive that. Like, me and my friends just made an agreement in the group. Every time you study something, every time you learn something, share it in the group so that we also refer to it, and then that's that. So I made a promise to myself, like, I need to start commenting again at meetings. I need to go for meetings and prepare and comment so that I pay attention. In my personal life also, like, just be closer to my people. Like, just try, like, closer to my mom, talk to her as often as possible, more than even previously, especially now. Like, just be close to the people I love. Try to be closer to my friends. Speaking of friends, we made an agreement, like, we're just like, if we make it out of this year, like, considering the year that we've had, once we reach November, let's just all buy each other flowers, attach a note, encouraging the other person, because honestly, we've been through it. We've all been through it. So honestly, I look forward to that day. So November is like the other week, so we can cash in on those agreements. Where I am, I looked at my vision board this morning in the Kingdom Hall, and I was like, have I achieved any of this? The answer is no. The answer is no. I have not achieved any of the things on my vision board. And if I was still in the slump I was in August, I would just be like, great, I'm never making another vision board. But then I was like, when I really looked at it, I was like, I have not achieved anything on my vision board. But the mind space I'm trying to adopt now is that, so that these things are achieved, if not by the end of the year, early next year. Like, let me just change not that my perspective didn't change, but it's just like, I'm just trying to not let grief swallow me up, if that makes sense. You reach a point where, like, it's so easy. Like, I've seen how it's so easy to be swallowed up by grief. Like, until you actually go through it, you don't know. So I was just like, okay, let me just try, keep promises to myself. Today, at the end of today, if not anything, I'll get to tell myself I kept the promise I made to myself. Today, I woke up in the morning, I prepared for meetings in English and in sign language, and I was like, I'm going to comment in sign language today. And I did. I get to be proud of myself because I did that, and that's how I'm building my confidence as at now, because I really don't want to be a one-dimensional person. I feel like my personality the past 4 months has been work, and I don't want to. I want to go back to the way I was. Like, if you would describe me previously, like in my university years or first year or whatever, it's because I'm interested in this, because I'm interested in that, because it likes a little bit of everything, and I want to get back to that. Hence me coming back to social media. My social media comeback is not like, oh no, Beyonce bigger and better and better and what? No. None of that, girl. What it is simply me trying to reconnect with everything that I enjoyed doing. I love doing social media. Not necessarily for the numbers, because when I started, when I was in that slum, I was looking at numbers, but not for numbers. But the editing process is what I love about social media. I love editing videos. I love adding a vibe to a video based on the music I choose to add it to. Like, the girls that know, and I always say this, I am not using music. When I add music to a vlog, especially if it involves my life, so like, I'll give, for example, Birds of a Feather. When I added it to that vlog where I went for a picnic, it's because we are birds of a feather. I love my friends. I adore my friends, and putting Birds of a Feather, I was like, I love you guys. And me uploading that vlog was really me saving that memory, because I really, that's my favorite vlog. I really love that vlog. So yeah, I'm trying to get back into loving makeup and filming makeup get ready with me, which is this. Even though you guys haven't really gotten ready with me, I'm just really determined to film this video. So previously I would have just like, okay, another day, but You do all this makeup to film another day? No way. I'm already done up. I might as well just film. So me getting back into loving makeup, not really for commercial purposes or like start a business, because monetizing hobbies also, it's a trap. It's a trap. So not really for me to monetize, but just for me to create content and enjoy having a hobby. And being creative is another creative outlet. Lashes as a business. Me just loving getting dolled up. Me loving women's basketball. Women's basketball was my comfort during that. It was my only personality. It still is quite my personality, but the season is coming to an end. And I love that I picked up a new hobby while that was happening. This is just me trying to be in touch with myself. I know in your 20s it's in and out. Like today I'll be in touch. In January something will happen and I'll be out of touch. But the more I try, I feel like the more even I'll grow some even larger confidence, and I'll love myself some more, and I'll have some more personality, most importantly, because honestly I really don't want one thing to be my person. I am multidimensional. I am not one-dimensional. I refuse to be a one-dimensional person. I refuse to be a one-dimensional. I refuse. I have so many interests. There's so many things to my personality. There's so many facets, and I want to adore and embrace and grow each one of them and add some more. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining me on my channel. How has 2024 been for you guys? I know it hasn't ended, but so far, how has it been? I hope you guys have had a better year than I have. I hope I have a better end of the year. Yeah, honestly, I hope the flowers bloom, because 2024 they've wilted. I read a quote on TikTok that said, sun all year round makes deserts. So you need the rain to balance everything out. Until then, we will be weeding, we will be trimming, we'll be throwing banana peels, we'll be throwing eggshells, we'll be adding fertilizer, making compost to balance everything out until the flowers actually do bloom. But thank you for joining me, guys. I'll see you in my next video. This is just us chatting and catching up. This is not really why I left YouTube. No, why, what? I've left YouTube for a long time. I'm reading The Godfather. If you guys are into books, follow me on my Instagram. I'm reading The Godfather. That's my favorite book of all time, favorite movie of all time. It never gets old. From the first page, it sucks you in and you are gone. So yeah, anyway, let me stop yapping. Let me stop yapping and actually get off this camera. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Follow me on my socials, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.